Everyone, welcome to another episode of Independent Artists Unite song series. Super psyched. I've just been informed for the fourth time on the show. Basavriuk.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on, Scott.
You know what? I'm going to take this as a jumping off point today.
Let's do it.
That I was listening to Gray Matter radio today. I don't know if you caught it this
I
morning.
caught a
You
bit
were,
of it. I didn't, yes, I tuned in early this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't catch my segment, but
I caught it.
oh,
I caught it. And I don't know what it is. I was talking a bit about it with James. Why something sounds so good on his radio show. There's some like magic that happens, and it's insane. But it sounded so good.
oh,
And then I had to post in the rolling comments. I said, I'm probably not the first to say it, but say it I will. Bassa Vraouk is genius.
man, thank you. I, I'm left speechless. I just, thank you, thank you. It's something that comes from the heart, and you know how it is as a musician when others validate that. So,
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's just the place I'm at, but I feel like you're getting going deeper and deeper and deeper into the heart, you know? Like it seems like there's less the veils are being tossed aside and you're just like, yeah, here I go. I'm going
I
I'm going on a crazy melancholic metaphysical spiritual dive here and
I
you're
think,
coming with me.
yeah. I honestly, yeah, I think it's just one becoming more comfortable where like, this is a space where you can talk about whatever you want, be joy, be
Yeah,
misery, be melancholy. I think you picked up on a lot of that in this last song. It's just a space for that where, you just assign whatever is in you at that moment and it has a place to live. And the more you do it and the more you see people validating that and just understanding, it's like, oh yeah, me as well. Like it just makes it
yeah,
that much easier the next time around. So definitely agree with you.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's like yeah. It's like you think you like go on a journey as a songwriter, right? And that will mean this and this. And it turns out to be like something totally like happening on 17 different planes at once or something. You know what I mean?
Whether that was the intention or not. Yeah, definitely. It's like, wait a minute. It's so true.
Oh man. Um, well, can you share the lyrics? Because I loved actually when you sent me the lyrics just now. I listened to it a couple times while reading the lyrics too, because it's something with your music where I don't know if this is intentional, but I think this is part of the genius part of it is when I listen to it, I can't quite understand what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
And so, but that is also cool because then you just like react to the voice as an instrument, and just like, yeah, okay, it's existing here for me now. But then when you get a hold of the lyrics, it reminds me of when I was a kid, I was instantly the lyrics,
Yeah.
But it's like you want to read the Basavriuk lyrics because you're like, I got to know what this is and this is,
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
then it's a whole nother level of the journey.
I'm there with you, man. I mean, that's a lot of the genres I grew up listening to. A lot of like, like the black metal, there's like
Mm.
the hazy, the Cocteau Twins, the shoegaze,
Right.
that stuff where like,
You
I'm
don't
not
know
sure what they're
I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
I'm here for the ride, but you know what? If I
Yeah,
can get something out of it afterwards, cool.
yeah, yeah,
So, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I do have the lyrics here and yeah, I can dive in whenever you want, man.
yeah. Dive in.
Let's see. So melancholy in my faintest sparkle, ever flowing through the weight of time, subtle changes in the heart resounding loud. Letting go of all the raging fires, letting go of all the fading stars, letting go of all the gray desires now. Lost in my mind lately, soaring, falling in further, slowly crawling through the void alone. Truth and love and shadows intertwine. I found myself inside the circle. Truth and love and sorrows on my mind. I found myself inside the circle once again. I can't believe in myself, frail sense of justice. I can't believe in myself, frail sense of justice. Those are the lyrics.
Wow, man.
Depressing as hell.
So beautiful.
Thank you. Um,
Well, I would say like authentic as hell, you know what I mean? And maybe that's maybe, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. I mean, I
Thank
know
you.
I can. Maybe I'm not the best test subject, just a few months out of the insane asylum, but
But you get it though. You get it. I love it. No, and listen, I need people like that too, just like to, just real, genuine human emotion is like
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to aim for here. And people who go through the ups and downs, it could be the toughest point of your life. It could be even just like it could be just a moment of pure like monotony if you want. And
Mm,
it's just like, okay, I can validate that too, because I feel like a lot of us go through the ups and downs too. And it's just like, we got to validate all those moments, be it joy, be it sadness, be it like just like what am I doing? Um,
yeah.
and yeah, I really I don't know if I had a specific message with this song per se. It's not like I'm trying to convey a specific theme or message. I think I kind of just rolled with what came out of my gut.
Mm.
Um, when I was writing this song, so I wrote the actual music and the melodies about a year ago, actually. And I've
Oh,
just had
really?
this song in the archives, just sitting, scratch tracks.
Yeah.
Um, I have in that version just the melodies that I'm doing in the verses, like the la 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 la. I'm singing that.
Okay.
And when I was recording that and doing just the scratch tracks, the lines for the chorus and the outro just came. It was just one of those where like it just felt right. And it's like, okay, well, this makes sense. The whole truth and love and shadows intertwined. Just I was like, I'm gonna roll with that and keep that. And that kind of just became the basis of the song when I revisit it about a month ago. Or
Yeah.
no, longer than that actually, because we actually prepped this song to play it live. What was it, a month or and a half ago? So yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
in that yeah, in that moment I'm like, all right, I got to write something. Let me see, let's just roll with it. And I just kind of first thing that came to my mind, a few tweaks here and there, but like I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna give it too much thought. I'm just gonna go with what makes sense, and we
Yeah.
had a song.
It reminds me a bit of like a tour through different kinds or experiences of vulnerability.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely. I
which
think
happens in like for me, I've realized it happens in this like non sequitur, fashion, where I'm like something. I'm just realizing, oh, that makes me feel a little bit vulnerable. I turn and something else hits me.
yes. It's just the ongoing chain of epiphanies. Like, wait a minute, what?
What have I started?
Yes, exactly. And yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the vibe of the song. Just like, wait a minute, okay, what? Alone in my thoughts? Like, what is this? Doubting myself? What? And
Mm,
I feel like that's kind of been a theme I've visited here and there with a lot of like the Basavriuk songs of just like, oh, okay, like, do I really believe in what I'm doing? Like, yes, but like, I can't really validate for myself, or I can't really speak for
mm.
myself. And so, yeah, just having that, like it, I feel like it is a recurring theme that I just jump back into. Naturally, not really something that I'm like, oh, this is what I am going to intentionally write about. It just comes back. So,
And you mentioned that you had some like scratch recordings and everything. By the way, I'm ready for like the deluxe edition album that's got like the scratch tracks and the da da da.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, exactly. The outtakes, all right, the out-of-tune vocals, and just pure
But
more mumble than ever.
I'm curious, like, or with this one, and if it differs for your other songs, where you are you sitting down with like a plugged in electric guitar that has effects on it and singing like with a kind of a standard Basavriuk vocal treatment and feeling your way through a song, or are you like with an acoustic guitar in your bedroom, you know?
So writing wise, when I'm actually writing the song, I do tend to do it not unplugged, but I'll just like, okay, just straight up raw guitar. I'll plug it into the amplifier. I'll come up with like the song per se, like the actual guitar parts, because I composed all the songs on guitar first. And then
Okay.
I'll like jump on and be like, okay, the drums, the bass, all the details. But I do, when I'm going in and recording, I do have like the sounds already in my head. So like the chorus on the guitars, the type of drum sound that I'm going for, like a little bit more muffled than usual. The
Mm,
vocals, I have already a preset, that I like I've come up with, and I just like I tweak it here and there. Like in the last over the last few songs, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it a little bit more clarity here and there.
yeah.
But I'll do that. I'll print it and then I'll give it over to James, our wonderful James K. Ultra,
Hmm.
mixer, producer, just wonderful human being. And
Yeah.
he will work with what I have, and then he'll do some treatment on top of like the vocals that already have the reverb. So
That's so cool. So, yeah, I was really curious about that. Um, and what was it like an idea from the beginning that you thought I'm gonna do this music's gonna be like this and I'm gonna do these kind of vocals or something, or did it develop over time?
The vocals, like I would say, especially when it comes to like the melodies and the vibe, because I maybe I've talked about it in the show, maybe I feel like you and I have had this convo, but like where
Okay,
I
sorry.
do go, or
My
no,
my
like
brain
where
damage kicking in.
no, not at all. No, I'm always like, wait, who did I talk this to, about this with? But I know I've mentioned it with just a few of our friends in our circle where I'm just like, okay, my approach with the vocals is always going to be more of like an instrumental.
Yeah.
It comes from a place of like, okay, I don't really, like singing is still a very new and novel thing for me.
Mm,
I can't, like, I don't envision myself like just going with like a nice clean microphone and singing operatic vocals and anything. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it the treatment. I'm gonna make it so I'm comfortable playing it. Kind of like
yeah.
just give me instead of a piano, give me a nice heavy synthesizer, and that'll like I can play with that. That's the way I
Mm.
approach the vocals.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then so yeah, when I went in, like the melodies came out very naturally, like just the whole like the way I sing them in the verses, in the chorus and the outro, like I that came naturally. And then it's just like, all right, I got to fill in the gaps with like words. Because even if like we're not able to like pick it out naturally, I want it to have meaning. I don't want it to be just like, oh, the sky is blue, like
Yeah.
like I want it to have a little bit of more of an impact for the people who go back like you and I and read the lyrics. It's like, oh shit, okay, there's something deeper here than just the initial listen.
Yeah. 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 Um, so now let's talk about the live development here because you've been out doing this as a twosome, I think, and now rumor is there's a full band, Basavriuk, coming.
There's a rumor and it has not been confirmed. And if you're catching this episode, you'll be the first to tune in and hear all about this. So yeah, it's been a very I'm gonna say very fulfilling journey, this whole
Mm,
playing out live and just
yeah.
being like, I want to capture these songs in a live setting.
Mm,
Started off as a two-piece, yep, with my bassist Alejandra. She's amazing, very talented. She brings this energy that I think really captures what I'm trying to do with the bass, but also like in her unique way. She's more
oh,
of like
cool.
the
Yeah.
more low-end bass versus like trebly picky bass that I tend to do in my songs, but I think it just adds this fullness to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so it's been a really great journey. We've had two shows so far, kind of going with the whole, twin tribes, she passed away vibe of like, all right, just have the drums in the background, we'll play this, and experimenting with that.
Yeah.
And so little by little in the last show, actually, we have talked to an individual. I'll just leave names out for now, just for the sake of, but very interested in playing lead guitar or just additional guitar.
Mhm.
We've given him the opportunity. He's learning the parts. He's working with the tone. And lo and behold, we are now talking with a drummer.
Wow.
And so tomorrow we have the first rehearsal as a band. So we'll see how that goes, Scott. We'll I'll have to keep you posted.
And but yeah, are you playing the drums in this one, or did you program?
Oh no, I'm playing. Yeah, I still play the drums. Like
You
all
still play
the
the, yeah.
songs.
That's
Yeah, all
another
the songs
incredible
that
thing is that you're playing the drums to all these tracks as
thank
well.
you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way I was talking to James about this, where I'm like, it's easier for me to sit down with this MIDI control drum and play with that. And if I need to tweak something, I can do it there versus having to sit down and on a grid and put the kick here and here and
Yeah.
here and here. It's just like I can't, I don't have the patience.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah, it's weird. If you're like in this creative process, it's like speed is of the essence. I think that too. It's like
yeah,
this is
it is.
happening now, man.
I just spent 2 hours on drums. I don't want to do the rest of this song anymore. So it is, yeah, it's just I find it more fun, more enriching to play the drums and like, I have my style. I would call myself an okay drummer, you know. I know that with the live setting, this guy who we have in mind is just gonna do it so much better than what's in the songs and just bring
Oh
this
yeah.
unique twist to it. So it's gonna be fun. So
So there's no you don't have any kind of like it's not hard at all to like let go of your drum parts or let go of your bass parts and let someone
it is
stretch out
hard.
of it.
It is hard.
It's like, no, I slid from that note to that note.
Yeah,
Like,
I did
surely
it
you
on
heard
purpose.
that. Stop trying to take over my life.
So this is going to be the interesting part, and I've had to talk with them because with my bassist, I think we were, she learned all the songs beautifully, and she adds like her twist to things where I'm like, I like that because it gives me a chance to do things on the vocals a little bit differently. You know what I mean? I'm seeing it as like two different versions. But I've also have had to just like, I had the realization of like, this is my baby, this project. I have to
Yeah.
like, I just want to make sure I'm capturing what I have specifically in my mind for just, with this. I mean, I've been playing with the name Basavriuk for like 10 plus years now.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't know it was that
so
long. That's amazing.
there's, different. I mean, like officially since 2022, that's like when
Cool.
the first single came out. But like before that, it was like something that's always been kind of in the works and posted
Right.
online and just like, so it's something that's just like I've been building up to. And so I just want to make sure that like I don't lose that. And I'm also a very, how do I say? I'm such a yes man. I like if someone proposes, I'm like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I like even though like it might not be what I have envisioned, you
I'm
know.
worrying about it later in my mind.
Like late at night, it's like, why did I say yes to that? So I had to have the talk with the band of like, listen, just like I feel more comfortable if I'm in the creative direction here and just, I'm giving you guys the songs and we're learning them and it doesn't have to be 100% match to match like what is in the recordings, but just like I want to maintain and honor that like vibe that I'm trying to capture. So they've
Yeah.
been really cool about that too. So
Oh, this is
so
exciting. I can't wait to
yeah,
see little clips arrive of full band.
let's see. Yeah, hopefully sooner than later, man. Definitely I'm stoked for it. It's been long works coming.
And then do you think this is gonna be hitching a ride out of Puerto Rico too and getting around the world a bit?
I would love that. I mean, that would be an amazing end goal. I know a bunch of our friends online have reached out and they've just been like, yeah, when are you coming over to the States? When are you coming over to Europe? That would, if logistically we can figure it out and make it work, I'm in, I'm game, like however shape or form that is, like I would love to do that and just like bring, that live Basavriuk sound to folks,
Yeah.
So
Well, if you want to team up, I'm gonna get a live show here. in
Ooh,
2026. Yeah.
no way. That's awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna, so just me and backing tracks,
That's
and
awesome.
I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
hopefully make the kind of show a little over the top kind of,
I'm in. Oh my gosh.
performance art kind of stuff,
Yeah. No,
because
no. I
I
mean, I
have
know
to
you.
scratch that itch too.
It really is. It's like, there's something wonderful about like creating the songs and this. I know you've done a lot, just like performing in bands and
Yeah.
everything. Like there's something great about like being able to like compose these songs and have them out there. And then there's just like that added like, oh man, I really just want to perform these live and just be able to like bring this to people and just like have people enjoy them there at the moment, not necessarily in their car or in their headphones or whatever. There's that other element to it that's just like, to me, it's just like pure, like, endorphins just running through my brain when I see that.
Yeah.
So,
And who knows where people can even hear stuff in the future. I don't know what's happening. I don't. I know Spotify is bad. I got that. Like
yeah.
AI war machine bad. I get it, but what are we
Crazy
supposed to
time.
do here?
I know, right? Exactly. It's like, well, we're like in the middle of this ocean of like everything that's going on. It's like, well, I recognize that it's bad. I recognize that it's probably not the best thing for our mental health or for just our sanity or anything,
Yeah.
but it's here to stay. And, there's ways to like maneuver around it and you can make the most of it. But I also like there's something about like that and just being authentic and seeing people like you and I just making authentic music and just, like heartfelt. Every time I see your post of like, oh my gosh, this guy on like the little Casio keyboard that you have, and like that's awesome. Like I love it. I'm like, that's a mentality I want to capture too. So more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm like getting my foot wet for performing live again too, because it's a little scary, just one note on the synthesizer and singing along.
You pull it off so well though, man. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's covering
No,
a Spit song.
no little auto tune help here and there.
I think people enjoy they appreciate the vulnerability though.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, do you have a next step planned for Basavriuk?
Yeah,
I mean, like song recording wise?
song wise, I mean, I have a batch of songs that I would love to try out and see if I could record. Me and my wonderful fast pace, turtle's pace that I that I do with releasing songs. I'm thinking I could go back and try out recording either one of those or just sitting down and like see what comes up. I think I tend to enjoy those more when it's like songs that just spur out of the moment. It's like, oh, I have a
Mhm.
song now versus the ones that are like just been in the bank for a while. So yeah, I'll
Yeah,
play with that.
I'm curious like about that process. So you're like kind of collect these songs, but you don't give it like a green light to go for a full song. So you collect it for a later time and revisit it, and then one
Yeah.
comes along and you're like, yeah, this I have to do right now, kind of thing.
Yeah, it comes and goes. There's times like I feel like with this one with Faint, that was one of the cases where it's like it's just been sitting there. I suffered from demolitis and I just
Mm,
fell in love with the demo version of the song, even though they were just copy and pastes of the guitars. But it's like, oh, there's something about the tone that I'm not
mm,
going to be able to recreate.
yeah.
And I think it was just one of those because I was more busy this year with just like with the whole live practicing. The time was
Mm.
going to that. I never really got the chance to sit down and like record that. But then, I had some opportunities. I for those, I don't know if you noticed, but there's actually a revisit to Catacomb in the Faint release, which that was just more me having fun and
Oh,
just being
cool.
like, I'm gonna re-record this, but like with a full band, not just like one guitar and
Oh,
voices.
cool. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't know how I missed that, but
yeah.
I guess
So
I just saw that it was a new single or something. Yeah.
surprise.
Nice.
It's for
Yeah.
for those who
Oh,
for those
that's
who
exciting. That's good
yeah, so
post show stuff for me to do.
tune in. So I actually that I approached that and it was just one of those like I'm having fun at the studio and I took the opportunity to go back and revisit Faint, which at the time wasn't called Faint, it was just new song. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work the two of these in parallel. I'm gonna work like the guitars one day, the bass the next day. The drums were pretty much already there from like the demos, so I kept those. And yeah, just I did that. I sent them over to our buddy James. He worked on the two of them, first on Faint and then on the Catacomb remake. And then yeah, it was just one of those. I'm like a new opportunity gave me the chance to revisit the song that had just been sitting there. So
Mm,
yeah.
mm. And it's like your like happiest time when you know you're gonna get like a version back from James today, you know?
I,
It's like Christmas morning when you're a little
I
kid. You go,
literally,
hey,
yes. I literally have called it. I'm like, it's Christmas. We're here, man. Like that. We're waiting for that package that you've been waiting forever for. Just like, all right, yeah, it's got
especially
lost.
when it's that message for him that's like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
just hear me out on this.
10 voice
I
memos
did this,
after.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like I did this. We don't have to keep it, but I did it. I think it sounds awesome.
I love it. Oh my
And
gosh,
then you
dude. I
listen and
just
say,
that
ah.
it was so nice. I will tell you this, like, I've been working with James now for more than a year now. And so we've had like he's gotten a lot of time to like just understand what I'm trying to go for musically. So
Mm,
like I feel like the first few times he would pitch something to me and I'm like, it sounds good, but it's not the type of vibe that I'm trying to capture, you know. This is too clean or too
mm.
this time just over the last few songs and then with this one, he was just like, all right. I sent it to him on a Friday. He's like, I'm gonna get something back to you on Monday. I think it was afternoon. So I just had those days just like, oh my gosh, I gotta wait. And but when he sent back that first version, I'm like, this is it. This is the we're yeah, spot on. You know what exactly what we're doing.
Yeah,
And, like no going back from here. And then from there it was just like working as that point of reference, you know. So
that is so like wondrously miraculous to like be at that point and just be yeah. I mean, that's what I say
right.
to him, like, because I tell him all the time, you made my dreams come true, you know, because it really is that, like, being able to make exactly what you want and being so happy with it. You know, what else is there, you
Exactly.
know?
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's like you have it envisioned in your head one way, and he just takes that and amplifies it. And
Yeah, yeah.
he does a really nice job of just like capturing that like mystique in your music and my music and just everyone's, you know, like all of our buddies that he does work for. You know, it's just it's something magical. So just this is the segment of the show where we're just singing our praises for James and just
Yeah. He won't. He probably won't even. No, actually, he will watch this because it's you. But he's quite off of social. He's quite down with social media. Yeah,
Hey, all the power to him, you know. It's you know, the times we catch up and it's just like, you know
yeah.
what, you're living life, you're doing you, I love it. So, you know, all the power to him, you know. So
I wish I could like spend more time off of social media, but I've tricked myself into thinking that, oh, I do this for this and this for this, and it's really like business and da 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 da. Next thing I
it's a
know,
business account,
I'm getting the warning. You've been on for 9 hours a day, you fucking loser. Hey.
Time to clock out. It's crazy. It's just I again talking back to like what you said about this whole I don't know whirlwind of social media and AI and just this world that we live in. I really do catch myself unconsciously just I'm like, why am I on the screen again? What benefit am I getting out of this? And just like just you know, and I always have like that excuse of like, oh well, you know, I'm maintaining the page, I'm maintaining The
Yeah.
algorithm or engagement or whatever it is, and just like, oh, gosh, like
Well,
this really is just
I think too, it's like, I mean, I think it's like everything, but it's like your intention really matters too, you know? Like I'm always thinking, if I pick it up, I'm always thinking, hey, who can I support? Blah, 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 throw up a story, da, da, da. And then I feel like I've done something nice, you know?
yeah,
And I've
yeah.
done it with the right intention, you know? But if I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking bored, let me look at this, then that's trouble.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's a really nice way to just like just, make that distinction of like, okay, yeah, it really is like the support and the community. And then like that, like, yeah, the downward spiral of like, oh my gosh, like, like, what am I doing here? All right, I guess I'll hit a like or whatever. It's crazy though. It is just like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that like I hear more and more in conversation of like, yeah, this is the reality we live in, like.
Yeah. Um, Talk a little bit about the video that have you posted the full video or just snippets so far?
Oh no, yeah, it's a full video. I
Oh,
gotta
full
do, I
video.
gotta do,
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta do a better job of
Because
promoting that. I just,
yeah, well, it was gorgeous, and I just saw you said in a little thing that it was Kid Barrett that did it.
that's our buddy Kid Barrett. Yep, the infamous, wonderful Kid Barrett. Yeah, I always had him in mind for like at one point of like, just I've seen the videos that he's done for like our friends in this community and
Mm,
for his own act. So I know that he was more than capable of like just working on this. And yeah, I reached out to him. I'm gonna say like a week and a half before the song released.
mm,
And just like I'm like, this might be too late, but like I'm really interested in doing something with you, music video, just something to like promote the song.
yeah.
And he was totally in. He's like, "Yep, I've got the time. What are you thinking? Send me your thoughts." And so I gave him kind of a very vague, I sent him the lyrics and then
Mm,
I sent him just like he understood. I didn't even send him too many notes. I was just like, all right, just touches of like the pink and the purples and just like the color schemes that I'm always trying to, convey with like,
yeah.
social media and everything. So I gave him that. I gave him, just a few interpretations of the lyrics, and he was just like, he came back to me. He's like, all right, he had this like vision just hearing the song of just like road tripping and
Mm,
big open roads and being lost and that being like a metaphor for just like obviously being in one's own thoughts and
yeah, yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
And I was expecting him to take maybe I was expecting something after the release of the song. I was like, all right, it could be something I could promote afterwards. He got back to me in like 2 days and he's like, all right, I've got
Yeah.
it. I'm done. I'm like,
He was
wait, what?
probably on the road too, so he could
Yeah,
just film what he was living.
exactly. Literally that. And then so he sent me this. What I was expecting to do was I was expecting to like give him my list of notes. Like, I like this. I want to work on this. Let's modify this.
Mm,
The version he sent me is the last version. And I was just like,
wow.
this is beautiful. Like, just he caught everything.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he really took on the whole Basavriuk,
He
yeah, the
did.
palette and the taste and the whole thing, you know.
He
But
did. He
that's
did.
cool. Like, let's talk about that a little bit because you really have had this too from the start. Like, you knew like the use of these colors and in such a way, where it's can be like colorized, like brightly colorized,
Yeah.
and it's so cool, and it's like it's amazing, like your sound and even just the look of something. Now I can think, oh, that's you,
Yeah.
like
That's
before it registers, which is really cool.
I'm honored. I'm honored. That's exactly what I've had in mind. And just like since the beginning of just like, something with just like scenery and like call it, just not dead landscapes, but just open,
Mm,
vast. Yeah, definitely the hues of pink, the hues of purple has always been just even since I was a kid, just like something that really drew and I connected with. And it was like it was a no-brainer the moment like I first single. I'm like, yeah, like make the cover like purplish, pinkish, and let's go from there. And just it just came naturally. It just that's
yeah.
the vibe I want to project. And Yeah, like I
Well,
just
I
yeah,
love it
I was
all. I love
yeah,
it all.
exactly, exactly. So it was just
And
it's really nice that I can maintain that.
yeah,
And
and I'm so happy that you just keep going, you know,
thank you, man.
keep going and going and going. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a typo negative situation. They never phased out of green. I'll probably never phase out of pink or purple. I think, you know,
Yeah, well,
the day I do, you can come to me. It's like, hey, is everything okay, man? Like,
well, I want to congratulate you on all of your artistic successes in all their different manifestations. I think
thank you,
it's just
man.
wonderful.
I appreciate it, man. I know like you say it from like such a genuine place. So like as someone who also really looks up to like all the work you've done, I'm just, I really appreciate that, man. So thank you, dude.
And thank you so much for making the time today. And Zoom is going to cut us off. So,
We're good. We're good. Awesome,
yeah.
man. Scott,
Um,
thank you so much for having me
yeah,
as
man.
always.
Love you so much. Love this song.
I
And
love you too,
I
man.
can't wait to dive into the alternate version of Catacomb. I'm going to hit it right
Yeah. Yeah, let me know what you think, man.
now. Talk to you
Awesome,
soon,
dude.
man.
Awesome. Thank you, man.